Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Teacher Peace, and today we're going to look at the overview of business studies. And today's topic is Introduction to Business Studies. Let's dive into it in a minute. By the end of the lesson, the student should be able to define business studies, state the importance of business studies, mention the components of business studies, and list the career opportunities in business studies. Before we dive into this topic properly, I want you to answer the following question, or you can think about the following questions. What is a business? Have you ever bought something from a shop? What work do people do in offices? Please, I would like you to drop your comments or your answers on the comment section. Meaning of business studies. Business studies is a subject that teaches students about business activities and the skills needed to work in offices, shops, banks, and other businesses. It also teaches students how to manage money, keep records, and communicate in business. What I want you to know in the definition of business is that is a subject that gives you or show you the skills needed for you to work in any organization. Business studies gives a room where you acquire knowledge in business related areas such as bank, offices, shops, and other businesses. So let's look at the importance of business studies. What are the importance of business studies? Business studies helps us to understand how businesses operate. Yeah, it's when you study business study or you are into business studies, it helps you to understand how businesses operate and also develop good business skills. You know that some persons they don't really have the good skills needed for their businesses, and that is why you see some businesses collapse interval of some years, interval of like 5 years, because the skills needed in order to keep the business going is not there, or they've not yet acquired the skills. Also, learn how to keep simple business records. Business studies helps you to learn how to keep business records and also prepare you for future jobs and career. Business studies prepare one for a future jobs and careers. It also encourages students to become entrepreneurs. When you study business studies, you will be encouraged to be an entrepreneur and also teach honesty and responsibilities in business. When you study business studies, it teaches you how to be honest and responsible in business. So let's look at the components of business studies. There are some components in business studies. So the components there simply means what business study is being made of, what's made of business studies. And the followings are the components of business studies. Number one, office practices. Office practices teaches how office work is done, how to use office equipment, and how to behave in an office. Let's look at the next component, which is commerce. Commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services. Also, bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is the recording of business transactions such as money received and money spent. So all these are the components of business studies. And also we have keyboarding. Keyboarding teaches students how to type correctly and use a computer keyboard. So all these are the components of business studies. So let's dive into the careers in business studies. There are so many careers in business studies, and a student who study business studies becomes an accountant. When you go into business studies, you will become an accountant or a banker or a business owner. You can also become a secretary, also office manager. You can also become an office manager and sales representative. You can also become a sales rep and a cashier. Yeah, you also become a cashier and a teacher and also computer operators. So all these are the careers in business studies. So we've come to the end of today's class. In our next, and however, I'll be giving you a classroom activities that you can do at your own leisure, and you can drop your answers in the comment section. So I want you to define business studies, and I also want you to mention four components of business studies and state three importance of business studies. I also want you to mention four careers related to business studies. So thank you very much, and I would like you to subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video.